Hello, welcome back to Firefighting. That's right, it's been January since we last met. We met last at this 2-1 defeat to Chelsea, and as you can see, results since then have been, I'd say mixed, but that would be a lie. We've lost a few. We're out of the FA Cup, thanks to Arsenal. We lost to Man City, thanks to Manchester City. We lost 3-0 to Brighton, the heaviest, apart from the Arsenal defeat, the heaviest defeat. Luka Milivojevic got himself sent off good and proper. And then a 1-1 draw with Aston Villa. Bit annoying considering we beat them 2-1 and they are our relegation rivals. Where does that leave us in the table, you may ask, or even if you didn't, I'm going to show you. Still 19th, even further away from safety. Watford have been drawn back into this relegation scrap. Anybody from Leicester down is still in danger, but we need to get ourselves more towards 15th, I'd say, to stand any sort of chance. Other notable things in the Premier League, if you want to have a look, there it is. Burnley are in 6th because solid team. Other than that, it's not a huge amount to report, is there? Yeah, great. So we have done a few signings. So I say a few. We've done quite a lot. I don't know if you let's have a look at the home screen. There's no giveaways here because we haven't played enough matches with the new signings. They haven't done enough to get in these. So we'll have a look over here. You can see the transfer budget and wage budget is depleted. So let's have a look first at who has gone out. First of all, out Patrick Van Aanholt. You knew about this one from the last episode. He was already out by that point. £5.75 million off to China. Good luck to Patrick in his future endeavours. Next up, we let go Brandon Pierik, an 18-year-old, a bit of a next wonder kid sort of deal, but he didn't have long left on his contract, and 8.25 million. Like I say, this is all about short-term firefighting. It's not about the long-term picture, which is why I've maybe ruined Crystal Palace's chances of having a good winger in the future. Maybe I should have kept him around and put him in the first team on rotation with Zaha, but I didn't, so he's gone. See you later, Brandon. Next up, it's Wayne Hennessy off to CSKA Moscow, £2.5 million. You knew about this one last time, but it went through on the 20th or 22nd of January, so a little bit later on in the window. But yeah, we've got two other keepers, one of which, Vincent, is obviously better, and the other, Henderson, is a backup. So ideally, get a bit of money in, use it. Sorry, the Welsh connection to Fireman Sam didn't keep him around. One more out, which may be a bit surprising now. Christian Benteke. I've sent him out on loan to Cardiff. I didn't get much of his wages back, but a little bit in the bank always helps because we were lacking on the wage front, and I think the options we brought in justify this outgoing. He's good physically, he's a good header of the ball, but ultimately decisions, composure, anticipation, bravery, aggression's not really good enough for a target man at this level. So he's gone on loan to Cardiff for the season. He's had one start off the bench and it wasn't long enough to get a rating. So there you go, that is all the outs for now. Let's have a look at who we brought in. Starting with Thomas Meunier. I did say I wanted to bring in a backup, or even in this case, probably first choice right back to rotate with Joel Ward. Can also play higher up the field if we need him to, and in centre mid as well. So a number of options for Thomas Meunier. I will say I'm not doing this in the order they came in. Thomas Meunier was actually the second to be brought in, but I'm doing it in the order I think the most entertaining, the biggest spies, you'd say. So Thomas Meunier was brought in for £925,000, so a bit of a bargain from PSG, and as well he did take 55k, so a bit of a wage drop from his time in Paris. Still, he's a decent earner, but not as big as some of the others we brought in. So let's get on to a loan signing, who is Adel Taarabt, he's back in the Premier League. What do you know? He's on loan from Benfica. I think gives us a bit of a creative spark as well in that advanced playmaker role. He is possibly not even the starting playmaker. He's going to rotate with somebody else we've brought in for big money. But 4.7k a week is low on the wages, especially on loan. So I think it was a good buy for a bit of squad depth. Can also play out on the left or through the centre if you want to change up the formation as we go forward. Could play as an inverted winger out there, which possibly we might have to have a look at, obviously judged on the recent results. One more loan signing to talk about, and it's the Benteke replacement. Let's have a look at Leonardo Pavoletti from Calgary. He is our target man going forward. On loan. He hasn't actually played yet due to coming in with a bit of an injury, but he is coming back to fitness now. I think he's going to be quite useful in the last bit of the season, especially finishing, heading. He's got it. He's got it there. He knows what to do, and he will be one part of our new look attack. I won't show you the other striker yet. He's the last one. He's the big signing of this window. But I think Pavoletti has got all the attributes needed. Good strength, good physical, well-rounded, mentally quite good, doesn't have a lot of flair, but don't need it when you've got 20 heading. So just take a look at that, lovely stuff. Next up, the other centre mid, who will probably be first choice ahead of Taarabt, and that is Adem Ljajic, maybe something like that. Adam, we'll call him Adam for now. I brought him in from Benfica, a bit of a big fee here, £20 million, which is a lot for a 28-year-old, you might say. But he was doing quite well in the Turkish Super League. 7 assists put him, I think, third or fourth in their assist chart. And I think again he's got a lot of the stats to play well in that advanced playmaker. He could pass, vision, technique. He can take a free kick as well, a long shot, corners, so he could be set pieces. Physically, he's not the best, but hopefully we won't be relying on him too much to, have the strength in midfield, because we're putting next to Milivojevic. And again, can play in behind the striker, anywhere across that line if needed. Hopefully not though, because again, the physicals. But yes, primarily advanced playmaker, Adem Ljajic. Yes, Adam's here. And then last but by no means least, it's our biggest signing, the other half of our new look strike force. It's Edouard from Celtic. You probably know him a lot from this year's Football Manager. He is a bit of a go-to option for a Premier League striker. For most of the table, he is first choice. Maybe if you're with a really top team, you need more of a secondary option. But still, I think he's a very good player. One who should bring some goals to us this second half of the season. Put a bit of pressure on RU. We did spend quite a lot. There's a lot of future fees involved, but it does amount to 40 million overall. Of course, not a lot of that is up front, because we can't afford to pay 40 million up front. Even after all the sales. But I think you'll agree, 95k a week as well. Some big money was flung around by myself in trying to firefight. You can see he's played 3 games without a goal, but let's ignore that, because those were 3 difficult games at Aston Villa. Here he is. Bloody good, isn't he? Bloody good. As an advanced forward. Yeah, he can do it all. Can maybe play as a complete forward if you want to go one up top. And I think a brilliant signing. He does have a relegation release clause of 29.5 million, so if I fail at this challenge, at least he'll make Crystal Palace a bit of money, because I don't think he'll stick around if they do go down to the Championship. So that is the signings. As you can see down here, these are the sales and loans out. These are the signings and loans in. Where does that leave us in terms of our tactics? It's the same 4-4-2 for now. Last match we were playing Edouard as a pressing forward, because our target man is still not quite fit. And we may be doing that again today, because we do have Everton away. It's a one-match episode due to the signings. You'll notice Meyer has actually now gone out to the left-hand side as a bit of a winger, because he can play out there more as a wide playmaker he prefers. But I think as a winger, he's not bad. He's not very pacey, so maybe maybe I shouldn't. I'm also considering looking at potentially trying something different as well, because the results recently haven't been good. So we'll play Everton today, starting with this 4-4-2 cautious. But I'm just going to quickly put something together as our second formation, which I think potentially could have the potential to be our new starting formation if needed. And here it is. It's a 4-3-3 or a 4-1-4-1 defensive mid-wide, as the game likes to call it, but I prefer a 4-3-3 with the three in the midfield, a playmaker, a midfielder, and a defensive-minded midfielder, a bit of an engine. Maybe we could put that as a box-to-box even. Give it some more penetration going forward and coming back, and then inverted wingers either side with an advanced forward who can be replaced by a target man if needed through the centre. So this would be potentially, we've got some different instructions here as well. Shorter passing, work the ball into the box, be a bit more positive, counter pressing still, high defensive line. This is more, it's more counter pressing and possession and positive. But for now, like I said earlier, we are going to stick with the 4-4-2 basic firefighting BHACH formation for the start of this match. We are actually going to put Townsend in just because I don't think Mayor's quite got the pace, and I think in this match we might need a bit of that Townsend pace, although Townsend hasn't really been performing. I have rambled a lot. I noticed when I was editing the last two videos I did ramble a little bit too much perhaps, but you won't have seen that because I edited a lot of it out. Will I edit this out? Who knows? That's part of the fun. So we are going to play Everton now. Let's have a look at the team. Let's run through it quickly. It's Vincent in goal. It's Riedewald at left back. Sarko and Tompkins in the centre. Thomas Meunier goes straight in at right back. Sorry, Joel boy. Townsend on the left with Lijac or Adam in the centre with Milivojevic. Are they both Serbian? Oh, they are as well. The Serbian connection in the centre there. Both Serbian. Both 28 as well. Look at that. They might have gone to school together. Who knows? Probably not. Serbia's a big country. Zaha on the right, still with that freedom. Eduard and Ayew up front. I might actually remove that roam from position now for Zaha because we've got two attacking roles up front. It may just be a bit too much. We want Zaha really on that side. It's got Meunier for support now. Let's go out there and give Everton a ruddy good game. Let's get out there. Let's give them a little... Let's pile on the misery. That's what I'm going to say. Vincent absolutely loved it. Go on, Vincent. Give him some. And we're here. First highlight is Riedewald with a long throw into... Oh, it's a goal! Is he offside? He's not offside, is he? I think he might be offside. Yeah, he's offside. That is the first highlight of the game, and unfortunately, it won't result in the goal we wanted. Tompkins headed on. Zaha is offside there. You don't like to see that because you want to see him score. Second highlight of the game now is Vincent banging that ball straight to Digne, who is a very good player. Often in games can be seen being transferred, but Zaha's got a challenge in. Unfortunately, it doesn't go to our player. Richie will now find Coleman on the right hand side. Coleman, a good fullback, gets the ball in. Calvert-Lewin doesn't get there. Iwobi does though. Iwobi turns, looking to shoot. Finds Gomez, finds Davies, finds Gomez, finds Davies, finds Gomez, finds Davies. You know, do it again. No, Iwobi back on the ball. Digne might get the ball on the overlap there, and he does so. Back into Davies, who gets a shooting chance, and that is we've conceded there. It's a real shame. That one's not offside, I notice. So while we watch that, I'll just let you know as well why the morale is so down. I tried to sell MacArthur. Is it MacArthur or McCarthy? I tried to sell one of them, the 32-year-old one, and the entire squad was very pissed off because I didn't check that he was a team leader before I tried to do it. Anyway, here's a free kick from Milivojevic. Whips it in. Ayew's there. Back to Lilac. Back to Zaha. We've got the ball though, and that's a hopeful ball out towards Tompkins, who will keep it, keeps it in for Iwobi. Not the best there as he races back now. Look at it go, the speed of Tompkins we're focusing on rather than the attacking threat of Everton coming forward at us again as they go for another long shot from Davies. This time open goal for Calvert-Lewin, and this is not good. 2-0 down after just 15 minutes. We don't look good, do we? We scored early from a free kick, but really they just got left unmarked. The pressing was too much, really. So throw in for Everton, only 2 minutes after that last goal, and they are really piling on the pressure at the minute. We might have to switch to that other formation just to try and get something out of this game at all at this point, because it looks a bit hopeless. Although Milivojevic has got the ball, Edouard is forward. He gets a ball to... Oh, it's a great ball to Ayew. Ayew, can you get your... No, he can't. I was going to say, I think it's his 5th goal of the season, but he can't even do that. Also, Cech Tosun is back from injury. Can't play today because he's on loan from Everton. So he has scored a penalty, but that's it so far, as Vincent gets a goal kick forward towards Zaha. It's intercepted way too easy. Why are we aiming balls out towards Zaha? I'm not sure. Maybe we should be looking to build from the back a bit more, perhaps, although it might be a bit too late once this highlight's over, as Davies, Calvert-Lewin, they're passing it short, they're passing it well. Tom Davies and Gomez are just having the time of their lives in midfield there. It's back out to them as they play it between themselves. Gomez out to Digne. Can we get the ball back, Zaha? No, can't get there quick enough. Davies to Digne. Ball to Gomez. Gomez, bit of space, pick the pass, or will he just go for the shot himself? He does, and Vincent this time makes a save. It's a throw into Everton again. A lot of highlights in the opening 20 minutes as Everton really try and pile on the pressure and the misery. And they look to do that here with just easy getting the ball. Davies has time to shoot again. We're really not getting out quick enough to them. It's another throw in for Everton as they look to get the ball forward again and again and again and again. But can we win that back? No, is the answer so far. But we've got time to regroup, rethink, and realise what's happening. Unless, of course, they just pass the ball around us, like they seem to be doing right now. I'm your pilot today, Luke Coates. Oh, we've managed to keep that. No, we've managed to lose it in our own area. That's really risky, as I try and keep this voice on just to remain calm. They've scored, so that's 3. We're going to make some changes. Okay, so we are going to switch up to the more positive, counter-pressing, possession-based formation, which means taking Ayew off in the 25th minute and putting on Kouyaté as our defensive midfielder. Maybe we'll be able to get something out of this match. I'm not sure. I hope so. It means Zaha and Townsend are in their favoured inverted winger positions out on those sides. Let's see if we can get anything out of this game. It's 3-0 already. So it's half time, and since we made that change to the 4-3-3, there's been no highlights. And show me something else in the second half, please, because that was just awful. There's faith. Come on, take the faith. Someone take the faith. Getting a bit desperate here, but yes, maybe we should start this 4-3-3 going forward, because the 4-4-2 seems to have fallen away since those first 2 magical games. Maybe we should only bring it out for big teams when we think we're going to be in a bit of a battle. Let's try and win the second half at least. It's a free kick. Milivojevic gets it in. Edouard's there. It's his first goal for Crystal Palace. Get the ball, Edouard. We're going for it. Here it is again. It's a wonderful ball by Milivojevic. Straight in. Wonderful leap by Edouard. Straight into that top corner. And we are running again, although they've got a throw in. Can we put the pressure on? This is more high pressing. Richie hits the post. Good. Here we go. It's a long throw. Riedewald hits it in. Tompkins is there. Edouard's there, and it's a save by that Silva lad who's in goal, who's not Pickford. We'll watch the corner because I just want to tell you, they brought on Schneiderlin, probably to solidify their position. But yeah. It's a bit annoying. Although Townsend, we've got a goal! We've got a goal from the corner. I didn't expect anything from that corner. It's 3-2. We are back in this. I'm going to demand more. We're back in the game, almost. We might be able to get out of this with a point. And the 4-3-3 is the future, I say. The 4-3-3 is the future. Straight from kickoff, can we put the pressure on, get the ball back, and show them what for? Iwobi is on the ball. There's Schneiderlin out to Richie. They are looking for that overlap. There it is. Coleman has been a threat down that right hand side all day, and he's annoying me now. As Iwobi, it's 4-2. Okay then. It was a short-lived dream, but really, it was a dream, wasn't it? Every dream is a dream. I think that's a phrase. It's not a phrase at all. Every dream is a dream. Put that in quotation marks by myself. 2020. As we look at the adverts for that weird movie that you might hear in adverts. It's another throw for Riedewald. Forward, Zaha gets it on, and Townsend's there. It's 4-3. We're back in it again. Go on, Townsend. He scored 2 goals in this match. He scored 2 goals all season. There they are. You've seen them both. Good play. This 4-3-3, we should have started it because this second half, it's technically 3-1 if you only look at the second half. We don't need to see it a second time. We will, though, because Zaha was offside in the first goal, but this time Townsend gets it. Zaha, Townsend, the wingers link up. 10 minutes left. Come on, we really need more. I'm going to keep talking while we go through this last few minutes. Lilac, Adam has got a... It's in! It's in! It's in! It's gone in! Is it offside? Who's offside? Who's offside? Come on! VAR is ruining the game. It's ruining my game. It's not ruining the game. It might be ruining the game. I'm not really sure what's happened there. I think Edouard might get it. Yeah, he slide tackles it in after it bounces off the crossbar. Oh, I thought we'd snatched a point. Come on, we could still snatch a point. 4 minutes of added time have flown past. 4-3. Did you expect to see that when it was 3-0 at half time? No, neither did I. We're starting the 4-3-3 going forward. I'm going to say unlucky. They like it. Good match for Townsend. I'm going to tell him he had a... I'm very happy with your performance. Relaxed and motivated. That's the sort of manager I am. I relax them, I motivate them, I bump them around down by trying to sell their team leaders. It's just what I do here as a firefighter. Firefighting tip number 101. Do not try and sell a team leader when you walk in. So Everton have outscored us 6 matches without a win. But now we know that this one is what we're going to do going forward. We will meet back for, let's go for Southampton-Burnley, around there, Southampton-Burnley matches, to see how we've done with our new 4-3-3 pressurising formation. I'll see you back for that. Thank you very much for watching. Like, favourite, subscribe, and just enjoy your time wherever you are, whatever you're doing.